Make sure to create backup of all of your data before installing Nitrogen OS in your PocoF1. So you will need these files. First file you will need is the latest firmware of PocoF1, that is v11.0.8.0. Second file you will need is a ROM package of Nitrogen OS. Third file you will need is the NanoGaps. I'm gonna use OpenGaps Nano, you may even use NickGaps if you want. And the fourth file, which is totally optional, is Disable Force Encryption. I have made this habit of flashing Disable Force Encryption after every clean flash to avoid encryption of my data. Now let's reboot to recovery and let's install this ROM. When in recovery, go to wipe, advanced wipe, select Delve cache, system, data. If you see vendor, then select it too. No need to select internal storage. Swipe to wipe. Then go to install and navigate to all of those files. So now we have to install these files in this order. First select the firmware, then select the ROM. Third file you have to select is gaps, and the fourth file, which is totally optional, is Disable Force Encryption. Remember, Disable Force Encryption that I'm going to flash comes with Magisk. Okay guys, all of the files have been flashed successfully. Now it's time to hit reboot and let's see if the ROM boots up or not. So here you can see a very cool, minimal and futuristic type boot animation of Nitrogen OS. Finally, ROM has been booted up. It took 2 to 3 minutes to boot up, so yep, that's normal. Now let me go through the setup and then we will have a look at this ROM. After the setup, the first thing you will see is this wallpaper, which is very calming with few apps installed on home screen. And if I swipe up to app drawer, here you can see all of the apps that are pre-installed in this Nitrogen OS except Magisk. If you can remember, I had flashed DFE that comes with Magisk, and that means Magisk isn't included, so you will have to flash it separately in order to get root access in this Nitrogen OS. Talking about launcher, you are getting quick step launcher in this Nitrogen OS. Launcher offers you few customizations you can play with, and that's what recent apps look like in this launcher. Guys, volume panel doesn't have a fancy theme, so you are getting Android 10 native volume panel. As you can see that this Nitrogen OS is based on Android 10, and you're also getting the latest security patch of June, which is really cool. And this ROM comes with Nitro Kernel Plus, which is responsible for making this ROM super fast, smooth and responsive. Now you guys might be thinking, is this kernel good for gaming as well? Make sure to watch this video till the end to find out the answer. In the display tab, you will see an option called UI customizations, which contains the Android 10 native theme engine, where you can customize the theme of your Nitrogen OS, like selecting different backgrounds, icon shapes, etc. But the most fascinating thing about this option is right here in the clock. Guys, you will get to see lots of different themes of clock in this settings. I mean, this is completely new for Nitrogen OS because the developers of Nitrogen OS always keep the customizations as minimal as possible. But this time the case is different. In the settings main menu, Nitrogen OS does have a separate customizations or personalization tab, which contains almost all settings that are usually present in a custom ROM. I mean, the settings that define a custom ROM. And I don't really think I should show you each one of them because all these settings are working fine. No issues so far. And guys, when you enable advanced reboot and when you tap on it in power menu, it will reboot your phone to recovery instead of pushing few more options like restart system UI, reboot to bootloader, etc. You also get face unlock in this Nitrogen OS, which uses IR cam, so yep, that's really good. I didn't face any weird issue while setting up the face unlock. It isn't super fast, it isn't slow either, it is quite responsive and works fine most of the times. And here comes the most interesting part of this video. Let's play PUBG on this Nitrogen OS. So I set the graphics to smooth plus extreme. First I played PUBG on the stock or Nitro Kernel Plus. And guys, let me tell you, gameplay was horrible. I couldn't even get a single kill because I was facing too much lags and stutters. I mean, gameplay was stuttering all of the time. There were major frame drops. The experience was really bad. As you can see in this performance chart generated by KFMark, the average FPS I got is 46, which is really bad, and there were huge frame drops as you can see in this region. After what happened with stock Nitro kernel plus of Nitrogen OS, I decided to play PUBG on D8G kernel with old touch drivers, as old touch drivers are way better than the new touch drivers. Last time when I played PUBG on ancient OS with D8G kernel, the result was quite shocking. D8G kernel didn't perform well for me, there were heating issues, the experience was really bad. If you want to watch that video, then make sure to click on the card in top right corner. But this time D8G kernel literally nailed it in Nitrogen OS. As you can see in this performance chart generated by KFMark, I got 59 as average FPS, which is extremely good considering what we got with stock kernel of Nitrogen OS. Gameplay was super smooth most of the time, there were no major frame drops and stuttering. Frame rate did drop to 45 at a point, but that's mainly because of my internet or PUBG server, so I can't blame D8G kernel for that. Battery consumption was also low and there were no heating issues. And if you guys are now thinking which kernel is most suitable for gaming in this Nitrogen OS, then D8G kernel is best for gaming for this Nitrogen OS. That's all we had in this video. Make sure to read the pinned comment under this video for more information about this Nitrogen OS.